Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh ya shabab. Inshallah you guys doing well. I'm currently filming this as the university is on like a lockdown. Everyone is like taking shelter, staying inside. No one's allowed to go out. Why? Because Iran earlier today was bombing many US embassies or US military bases, and Abu Dhabi happened to be one of them. So we heard like multiple bombs from the university, subhanallah. So inshallah, that is why I'm going to make this video, inshallah, about, not having fear, and why Muslims, really there is, if we have, full trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we, have only fear Him, then, in that way we should not have fear of, anything in this life. Which is the same thing that the Imam of the university was talking about after Salatul Asr. So I may as well mention it here, inshallah. So I want to read first, inshallah, this ayah of Surah Yunus, verse 62. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. There will certainly be no fear for the close servants of Allah, nor will they grieve. So what is Allah saying here? I mean, we can literally open the tafsir for this instead of me trying to interpret it. So this is the tafsir from Ibn Kathir. Allah tells us that His awliya, His friends and allies, are those who believe and have taqwa of Allah as He defined them. Every pious, God-fearing person is a friend of Allah. Therefore, لا خوف عليهم. No fear shall come upon them from the future horrors they will face in the hereafter. ولا هم يحزنون. Nor shall they grieve over anything left behind in this world. So, Allah is the most just. Let me just take Allah. Okay, so one of the names of Allah is Al-Muqsit, Al-Muqsit, which means the just one. So He brings, perfect balance. He delivers justice to the victim and holds the perpetrator accountable. So whatever happens in this life, whether someone does something bad to you or whether you do something good to someone, all of this, will come to light on the Day of Judgment. Everything will be brought to justice. And there's one very beautiful hadith that I want to leave this video with, inshallah. And it's one of the 40 hadith of An-Nawawi. So on the authority of Abu Abbas, Abdullah bin Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, one day I was behind the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, O young man, I shall teach you some words of advice. Be mindful of Allah, and Allah will protect you. Be mindful of Allah, and you will find Him in front of you. If you ask, then ask Allah alone. And if you seek help, then seek help from Allah alone. And know that if the nation were to gather together to benefit you with anything, they would not benefit you except with what Allah had already prescribed for you. And if they were to gather together to harm you with anything, they would not harm you except with what Allah had already prescribed against you. The pens have already been lifted and the pages have dried. If you really believe this hadith, then you will never, feel upset in life. You'll never feel disappointed, or you'll never feel, scared. Because Allah is the protector. He is the most just. Anything that happens is because Allah has already decreed for it to happen. And if anything bad happens, then there is wisdom in it that you may not understand. That, is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So just to end this video, inshallah, remember to have, fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over anything in this world, and above all have trust, that His plan is the most perfect one, because He is the most just. Whatever happens in this life, it will be held accountable on the Day of Judgment and in the hereafter. So inshallah this video is useful. Keep on having strong trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He controls everything. He's the creator of the heavens and the universe. And inshallah, I will see you in the next video. May Allah protect our ummah and grant us ease. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.